What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here, and we are in a traffic situation. And I think this is the perfect opportunity to tell you what I believe are the 5 of the biggest dangers to motorcyclists on the road. First one I want to talk about is oncoming traffic, like this big old Bronco that's kind of coming over here to take that left turn. Oncoming traffic is very dangerous, especially if you're going like at speed. If they're going at speed also, you're gonna have a wind blast. Now what that is basically if you ever stood next to a train, or you're just walking on the side of the road and you feel like this big old semi passing by, you feel this massive amount of wind just kind of hit you. Well, if you're on 2 wheels and you're not paying attention, that can really affect you, especially right now since it's kind of windy. I'm kind of fighting the wind a little bit, so I'm having to lean just a tad bit to go straight, and that vehicle's like blocks that wind for that split second. That lean angle could cause me to move a little bit further to the left, so that could be an issue, especially with oncoming traffic, because you don't want to go in the wrong lane. Debris being kicked up by oncoming traffic, that can be kind of crappy. You can see something over in their lane, like up ahead, like let's say it's just like a piece of cardboard, you know, like a box or whatever. It's not in your lane, so you're not really thinking too much of it, but they run it over or they get next to it and they knock it up, and now it hits you in the face and you're going like 45 miles an hour. That sucks. That is not an ideal situation. And that can be very dangerous for a motorcyclist, because I mean, if it hit a car, it's gonna bounce off the windshield, hopefully not crack it. But man, imagine getting something hitting you in the face at 45, maybe even 65, 70, depending if you're on the interstate. Well, you shouldn't have oncoming traffic on the interstate. That's its own dangerous situation. And yeah, you definitely don't want to have anything hitting you in the face. It's bad enough getting a bug to the chest, you know. Oncoming cars on turns. You see that intersection? Thank God nobody wanted to turn in front of me. But left-handed turns, the car is turning left in front of you. Hey, what's up, buddy? It's very, very dangerous. And same thing here. Oncoming cars right here, like this car wanting to merge. Possibly couldn't see me if I was fully into this lane right here, position 3. You couldn't see me around this vehicle, so what I do is I actually open up the view. I present myself a little bit better, and I stay in position number 1 so that oncoming traffic can see me. To kind of jump into the cars wanting to turn into you, you have to be really careful with that at intersections. Sometimes they don't see you. It's called inattentional blindness, not unintentional. I actually had to look this up because I had a student ask me what the difference was, and I didn't know. So I looked it up, and inattentional blindness is literally your brain saying, hey, I didn't see that. So it doesn't relay it. You know, your eyes say they don't see it, or your eyes say they see it, and then your brain says they don't see it, so you don't react to it. And it's really weird. It's called inattentional blindness, and that is something that your brain does to you to where they don't see us. They literally, car drivers do not see us as motorcyclists. They only see other vehicles. It's bad enough they probably don't even see other cars, and it is windy out right now. Holy crap. And also another thing is people just have a bad judge of speed. Let's say they actually do see you. Let's go down this road. I want to get off this main road. So they have a bad judge of speed. So right now I could be going, and let's say somebody wants to go straight, or they want to turn, but they just have like this massively bad judge of speed, and that's car drivers and us motorcyclists. So we might actually think that we can make a turn at a certain speed and we can't. And I talk about that, but they think that they can go. They think we're further out than we really are, so they'll turn left, and we actually are coming up on them pretty quick, and they don't know that, and blam, we get hit, or we hit them. We T-bone them when they turn out in front of us. So drivers think they can make it on those turns, and sometimes they can, sometimes they can't, and sometimes we have to do some crazy stuff like apply the brakes and then turn, and then we have to go, and we're just trying to go straight to the intersection. It's a pretty dangerous situation, and that's something you have to watch out for. On top of it, that's where a majority of motorcycle accidents occur for motorcyclists are at intersections when a car wants to turn left in front of them. So when a car pulls out in front of you, one of the dangerous things for us as motorcyclists on the road are panic stops. We freak out and panic. We slam the front brake, we slam the rear brake, we start skidding, we low side, then we high side. We drop the bike because we slammed on the brakes, and it's a panic stop. That's very dangerous. And the only way you can really fix that is to give yourself that space cushion, give yourself that that lead time to where you're not too worried about having to panic stop. You can actually slow down appropriately. But then on top of that, this is something that a lot of people don't think about. Ooh, that's a good area to practice some parking lot drills. One thing that people don't think about is that the car in front of you doing a panic stop. Let's say the car in front of that person decided to hit the brakes and the car in front of you wasn't paying attention and slams their brakes, but they can stop. They're able to stop in time, and now you are having to make up that issue where now you're gonna have to stop because you're following too close to the car in front of you. I'm gonna turn around and go in that parking lot. And now you're having to slam the brakes. You can't stop in time. Boom, you get hit, or you hit them, and then boom, you hit them. It's a big ordeal. It's a big issue, and it's all because they decided to do a panic stop. So once again, the only thing you really can do to prevent that situation is give yourself that lead time. Give yourself that space cushion. Give yourself that 4-second space cushion, the 2 to 4 second space cushion from the car in front of you. And one thing that we teach at the MSF at Ride Arizona MTC is that you need to really look ahead like 12 seconds at least. And what that does is that I'm actually paying attention a lot of the times to the cars in front of the car that I'm looking at, or that's right in front of you. So what I'm doing most of the time is I'm actually looking at the car ahead of the car that's directly in front of me. And if I see their brake lights, there you go, jeez, I can't talk right now. If I see their brake lights are being applied, or that I notice that they're starting to slow down a little bit, I'll actually slow down most of the time before the car in front of me slows down. And that's just because I'm being more aware. That's because my head's on a swivel. It's because I'm paying attention to traffic situations. And like that, cars pulling out in front of you, I'm being aware of traffic situations even more so than the cars that are driving on the road. And that's just something that you have to do when you ride a motorcycle. You have to have that specific motorcycle training so that you are the safest on the road. Look at these, see right there, panic stop? That person could have just slammed the brakes and I could have ran right into him if I wasn't paying attention because these pedestrians are moving. So these are all different situations that happen, and this is all the reason why you need the training. Accelerate. That's one reason why I love motorcycles, that you can accelerate out of danger. Because we're fast. Now, one thing that I do watch out for, especially since it's windy. Now, this is one of those things where it's like it's windy, so what's going to be happening? All the sediment, all the dirt, all the gravel, all the things that normally just sit still get moved around. So on these turns right here, I try to make them nice and easy because there could be gravel on the road. So gravel on the road is a very dangerous situation, and it's actually one of my more common questions I get. Like, how do you deal with gravel on the road? Well, you take your turns nice and easy. It's the best way I could do it. I mean, don't be too scared about it. You're gonna realize that your tires, I can't turn left in there. Your tires are designed to have that traction. Your tires are designed for that. Okay, it's what the grooves in the tires are for. That's why you need to have proper tire depth. That's why you need to pay attention to the condition of your tires. The reason why they have those grooves is so that the gravel, and see there's gravel right here. There's gravel, dirt, water, all these things travel through the grooves when you are riding on the road. So then the actual contact patches are the other spots that will touch the road. And you'd be surprised, your tires are designed to be really sticky to the road. It's a mechanical grip. Okay, so when the tires heat up, they actually kind of grip the road for a split second. And those are very important aspects of tires that you need to pay attention to. And if you have bald tires, if you don't have anything, if your wear bars are already being, hit and all that stuff, I'm gonna get in a position to where you guys can actually see me. If they're getting hit, like if you're just like running them super low, or you're not gonna have the traction. You're not gonna have what's needed for the gravel. Try to go over the gravel as vertical as possible. Let's go ahead and just turn this off. Let's go on the gravel as vertical as possible. So that means the bike vertical. Try not to be at a super fast speed, lean angle, because the more you lean, the less contact patch you have with the tires and the ground. So the more vertical you are, the better. Now, how do you turn while maintaining a vertical posture? That's something you learn in the advanced rider class. It's all really body positioning so that now your bike can stay more vertical while you lean more, therefore you actually turn more. It's a more of an advanced skill, but for beginners, just take it nice and easy and take it nice and slow. Keep that body upright, keep the center of gravity over the tires, not off the tires. And I actually discuss a lot of that, and if you want to, check out Motojitsu, great videos, and he goes over a lot of motorcycle turning type videos. But for the most part, gravel on the road is very dangerous, and it's one of the things that really gets people. It really does. This one also gets a lot of new riders, is too much speed through a corner. And what happens there is that you just take a corner just too fast. You never slow down, or you didn't slow down enough to get yourself in a proper position. You could have been going to a turn thinking that you can make the turn at a higher speed. You enter the turn at a higher speed, and now you veered off the road because you couldn't maintain your turn. Or you applied the brakes, the panic stop, and you low slided, or you just crashed. You locked up the front brakes and just fell over. These are all things that are a big issue, especially for new riders, because a lot of it is judgment and experience. So until you get that judgment, until you get that experience, take these turns nice and slow. Not slow, but nice and easy. Okay, go to the recommended speed limit. The recommended speed limit are there for the majority of vehicles, which are cars. And as we all know, that motorcyclists can take turns sharper than cars. So why are you going so fast to where you're going off the road? So take it at speed. Take it at the speed that's recommended, and you'll realize that you can take the turn nice and easy. And if you have to, just nice and easy roll off the throttle. Just roll off the throttle to where you can take the turn nice and easy, but still maintain a smooth throttle movement. And then the next time you can maybe possibly take it a little bit faster if you feel like it. And this also applies to new turns. Like if you've never been to an area and you're going to make this turn, you're going to the mountains and you're going to start riding with your friends, but this is the first time ever being here or being there. Don't ride at their ability, ride at your ability. This is a new turn for you. Take the turn how you want to, take it safely, and then you're good to go. I got a lot of questions about all these dangers on the road, and a lot of these are coming from you guys. So if you want to write in the comments, please write in the comments, and I'd love to do another video about this, because I'm sure there's a ton more dangers that you guys are scared about, and I would like to give you my opinion on that. And if you want to get more training, once again, check out ridearizonamtc.com. Or check out my beginner's guide that I have. I developed it over the many weeks and all the couple of years of me being on YouTube, getting all these tips. I put them all into a Module 1. Module 2, Module 3 are going to come out pretty soon. But it's 50-plus pages, motorcyclebeginnersguide.com. With that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you later.